Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Pundit Network. We're here on the local pundit this evening, and boy, do we have a match for you. We're away to Wycombe. We cannot wait. It's a massive game, massive game. We've got to get the win tonight. Let's bring it on. This is your game day build-up. Boom. Aaron, how you going?
I'm going. Had a late night last night. Had some severe weather come through, but I'm up. I'm ready to get this game going.
Are you excited for today? Are you excited? Do you think we can
I'm
win?
super excited. Of course, I think we can win. I think we can beat anybody. There's nobody in this league we can't beat. So it's
There
just
we go.
we got to show up and perform.
Except for Reading last week. That's a whole other
Yeah,
story. We've forgotten about that already.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Well, here we go. It's on. Let's have a look at the Wrexham lineup. Well, what do we got here? What do we got
I
here?
think the picture says it all. I think that's the big move. I think that everybody will jump at. Lewis Brunt back in the squad.
Brunt back in the squad. Yep. AO in goal. Brunt, Cleworth, O'Connell at the back. Ryan Longman, Matty James, and George Dobson. He's back from injury.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Ollie Rathbone, James McLean as well. So no Reb on the wing either.
No.
Oh. And our two strikers, Smith and Rodriguez. I'm fine. I'm happy with that.
I'm fine. I'm. This is kind of what I expected. I wasn't sure whether Dobson would be fit or not. I thought maybe we'd end up with Lee instead of Dobson. I think against Wycombe, and here's the criticism I've always said is, that's kind of a defensive midfield, but maybe against a team like Wycombe, that's not so bad to have a defensive midfield.
And Parky's a defensive coach.
Yeah, very much so.
Bench Howard, Scar, O'Connor, Mendy. So no Rev even on the bench. Lee, Fletcher, and Marriott.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I think Mendy being in over Rev
that's big.
Little surprising. But you know what? We don't know what Mendy's look like in practice and training. So, I'm sure Parky made the right decision there.
Well, that is the Wrexham lineup. We'll come back to that in a bit. And we do have a slightly different format tonight. What we are going to do is Aaron is going to pick out his 4 top players that he thinks, or players that we really need to look at from the Wycombe Wanderers side, and he's going to critique them. So let's see how we go. And here is the Wycombe lineup.
Well, I think you have to start with a glaring omission, which is Richard Kone, league top scorer, 17 goals. He's got 1 assist, and he's not in the squad, which is, to me, amazing. I think the rumor is that it's an illness issue, which personally, you couldn't pay me to stay out of this game if I'm Richard Kone. Like, I'd have to be on my deathbed. I mean, you go and think about games like iconic games like Michael Jordan's flu game has one of the best games of his career.
Well, what? That's a yellow card.
Come on. We got to talk about
it. He's not even in the starting lineup.
Unbelievable. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Of yellow carded, Aaron. That's just not good enough.
Gosh, fine. Okay, so I'll move on, I guess, from the big news.
Yes, you will.
All right, so let's go to the back. Let's go to their goalkeeper, Will Norris. He's been a pretty good goalkeeper. He's got a 7.26 FOTMOB rating. He's only played 6 matches, okay? So, but he's 6'5", big guy, 31 years old, so he's not a young guy. But good goalkeeper. He's solid. Three clean sheets out of the 6 matches. And yeah, he's pretty good. He's a pretty daggone good goalkeeper. Let me try to find some of his. He's faced 51 shots. He's conceded goals conceded 19. Something that doesn't sound right. Oh, it's because that's going to add up some of the other stuff where he was before, I think.
His whole, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, his whole season and stuff. So yeah, some of these stats are going to be kind of off on him because we don't. It's going to be kind of wonky. 29 saves for them so far. Yeah, it's his stats are a little wonky, but Will Norris, he's going to be key today. He's going to try to keep a clean sheet, and we're going to want to put some goals past him. Okay, so let me move up to their defense, and I think this has been probably one of their best players, other than Kone, is Caleb Taylor. He's there on loan. He's
Do you know where from?
I can check it real quick. I think it's West Brom. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe he's from on loan from West Brom from the championship.
Yep.
He's got a 7.33 rating. He's played 25 matches, scored 1 goal, which for a defender that's not a big deal. But of the 25 matches he's played in, he started 24 of them. He's played 2,184 minutes. Let's get down to his defending. Tackles 113, tackles 1%, 61.9, which isn't fantastic, but pretty good. Duels 1, though, 202. Duels 1%, 71.9. His aerial duels, 100. He's won 158 with a 75.6 percentage. 38 interceptions, 3 blocks. He's got 4 yellow cards on the season, no red cards. He's a really, really good defender. So he will be important for them today. He's been important for them all season, and he's definitely one we got to watch for in their back line. Okay, so now let me move forward to a more attacking.
You move forward to a midfielder. While you do that, there's 2 early games on today. Bolton are at home to Stockport, and Stockport's up 1-0 in 3 minutes into extra time, and 4 minutes into extra time in the other game, Peterborough's up 1-0 against Cambridge. So we'll give you full time when they happen. Let's go to the midfield.
All right, so in their midfield, I'm going to pick out their attacking midfielder, Cameron Humphreys. He's played 32 matches. He scored 6 goals and he's got 6 assists. He is a very creative player. Okay, This is the type of player that a lot of Wrexham fans have been looking for us. They wanted us to get that creative midfielder. Now, here's the thing with Cam Humphreys. He's on loan from Ipswich, another young loan player, 21 years old. Okay.
There's some good loans.
Yes, they have utilized their loan system very well this season. So a lot of their key players have been loans. So 7.2 average rating, which is really, really good. See, like I said, goals 6. His shots, he's had 50 shots on target, 19, assists 6. His pass accuracy 73.4%. Long ball accuracy 42.9, chances created 35, successful crosses 18, cross accuracy 32.1%. All those are high end stat. He's on the higher end on those stats. Successful dribbles 26. See, touches in the opposition box 79, 1,319 touches. I mean, this guy's all over the ball, gets in dangerous areas, and he also defends well. Tackles 124, duels 159, interceptions 10, blocked 19, recoveries 90. I mean, and no yellow cards, no red cards.
Wow.
Hardworking player, keeps his nose clean, but
Yep.
he's a very good player for them.
Yeah, and it sounds like he's a very complete midfielder.
Yeah, very much so. I think so.
90+5 Stockport versus Bolton. Stockport still up 1-0. 90+6 for Peterborough v Cambridge, and Peterborough player has just got a red card. Now, I don't know whether that's going to lead to a penalty or not, but it was Teo Uden who did score their goal in the 72nd minute. So that's very interesting. I'm keeping an eye on these games going to full time, and I am very interested to see how they end up. But it is full-time. Stockport have beaten Bolton 1-0, so that is good for them, and we'll cover off how that looks in the table. Now, if I had to guess, I think I know who you'd pick as the striker you're going to pull out here, Aaron. Who have you got?
Okay, so for their attacking, a more attacking player for them, I'm going with Daniel Udo.
Calling him Noodles. It's Udon.
Yeah.
Udon.
Udo, whatever. So yeah, Daniel Udo. He scored 7 goals, and he's got 2 assists. He's a good attacking player. He's 28 years old. He plays predominantly on the wing, but he's a good attacking winger. You know what I mean? He gets in there and causes issues. 6.66 average rating. And then let's see, he's played in 33 matches. He started 21 of them, 1,903 minutes for him. He's had 43 shots, and with 7 goals, and his XG is 6.17. So he's a little bit overperforming his XG, which is good, I think.
Well, there's no XG on this show. That's it. I'm sending you off. That's it. He's been sent off. Red card. We will not have XG on the pundit channels. Just no value in that. That's it. We're done. No, red carded. He's gone.
Guess I had that one coming.
He's been teetering all game, guys. He was on the edge. That's it.
Living life on the edge.
We will not stand for XG. And it is full-time Peterborough v Cambridge. Peterborough have managed to get a 1-0. Paddy's favourite team, Posh, have gotten up. I hear the jersey is imminent.
I can't wait for that. Wait for that.
So that's it.
All right. Good stuff.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, mate, I'm sorry. You've already been. You are the James McLean of the pundit channels.
Apparently, I am. I'm the wild man. I'm in here causing trouble.
Well, interestingly enough, why don't we quickly, with those games both being finished, why don't we have a look at the table?
Yes, let's do.
Okay. So obviously none of the other teams have played. So it was only Stockport, who are currently in 4th now, played 1 extra game than us on 65 points, 3 points behind us. Right. And with Bolton getting the loss tonight, also played an extra game than us, and are sitting on 60 points, 8 points behind us, which is real. I mean, obviously, in terms of making sure we make the playoff, as scary as it is to sound, we've almost cemented that. Not mathematically, but just statistically.
Yeah.
And then obviously the other game was all to do with the other end of the table. And Cambridge, who are floundering in 23rd spot, have had another loss. That's 3 losses on the bounce. Have played 37 games. So they've only got 9 games to go, sitting on 29 points. And that puts them 12 points behind 20th, which is where you need to get to avoid relegation. They're gone.
It really is starting to look like the bottom 4 is the bottom 4. You know what I mean? There's a lot of separation there now.
Yeah, I mean, even Burton 8 points behind Northampton.
Yeah.
In my mind, Burton could still do it, but it's getting harder and harder. They'd have to win tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
Bolton now being 8 points behind. Paddy's just said it. Bolton no shot at automatics now, being 8 points behind 2 teams that are on 68 points. Definitely cannot come second. And in fact, it really is the top 5 now in my mind. I actually think Charlton could make a run at the end of the season. They got an easy run home. But
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Charlton can win tonight and go back ahead of Stockport in fourth. Um,
mm,
and then it'll be kind of up to us what we do tonight. Can we get a win and get ahead of Wycombe?
well, exactly. And here are those games, guys. So as we look at them now, when we look at that, obviously we're playing Wycombe. Charlton are at home to Wigan. They should win that match. They should.
Yeah,
So I think, therefore, I mean, Birmingham is away to Northampton. Again, as much as I hate to say it, John Merrill, I think pretty much you're going to get it done.
yeah,
And congratulations to you.
yeah.
Do we think? I mean, okay, well, let's get back onto tonight. How are we feeling about tonight with that lineup?
Well, I'm feeling a lot better with their lineup. I mean, you take probably the most dangerous player in the league and take him out of the squad.
Yeah,
So
and he's only just come back too.
yeah, that's I honestly, like, I mean, I know we were kind of having some fun there, but honestly, the rumor was from what I think he's illness, which I can't imagine. I'd have to be on my deathbed not to play this game.
Yeah,
I mean, so I don't know. I mean, and maybe it's not illness. Maybe there is an injury issue, and we just don't. Maybe it's just rumors that it's an illness. But from what because I don't think anything came official from the team. So let me say that. But
yep.
I
I'm
don't
with
know.
you. I mean, look. Well, what do we? Okay, so I mean, I'm very happy to see. If we look at the back, I'm very happy to see Brunt back in over O'Connor. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I was. To be honest, I was a little surprised when he went out. I mean, he had made a couple mistakes, but nothing like outrageous. Nothing that would I thought warranted a benching. But I mean, O'Connor's come in and played really well.
Yeah,
So I mean, you got to think he's Parkinson. That's the thing. We only see him for 90 minutes. He sees them all week long.
yeah,
So for all we know, Brunt may had a little niggle, and it was just like, you know what, let's sit you down. Let's make sure you're back fit. And then again, it may just have been, no, you know what, I think O'Connor's earned a chance to start, and let's put him in. We don't know. Those are things we can only speculate on some of that stuff. But
yep,
I think having Brunt back there, because he pushes the ball. I think what I like about him is he pushes the ball forward so well and
yeah,
really gets us on the front foot.
yeah. Got
Um,
speed.
yeah, good speed, and he's a good defender. He's a good header of the ball.
Yep.
Um, I really like Brunt. I think he's one of our players that if we were to get promoted, I think he's one of our players, him and Max, that can really they'll translate to me. I think they'll translate well into the championship
Yeah.
because of the way they play. And they'll be important for us, I think, next year.
Fair call.
So
I mean,
yeah,
we've talked about this all week a couple of times now, and I've been ranting for ages. Obviously, I want Ashfield to play, but I'll answer your question, Brian. I'm not disappointed he's not in the squad tonight, especially because Dobson's back. But even so, like as much as I want him to play, and he should have already been playing in my eyes, I agree with all the other guys. It's a big game. It's a lot of pressure, but I do think he's good enough, and I do think he needs to get a start. But I mean, I guess to be brutal, I'm not sad. I'm okay with it.
yeah. Yeah, I would have been surprised if he was in the team. To be honest, it just like we talked about this the other day. I just don't think Parkey would put that kind of pressure on him. Not in this game because it is such a big game. I don't think it was the game for that. Now, don't get me wrong. I do want to see him get some time. I do want to see him get in and play. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
because I do think he's quality, and I think he can make that jump to the first team. It's just a matter of, but again, that's the other thing. We only see him for 90 minutes. Parkey sees him all week long. So
yep.
we don't know. We don't know.
Longman and McLean on the wings.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I Rev kind of had a stinker that last game. And
Not his
so
fault.
I kind of felt like McLean would come back in, especially in a game like this and an important game. And I'll be honest with you, other than Longman had a couple good ones, but I think one of the best balls into the box from the wing actually came from McLean last week against Reading. He come in and kind of did that, he looped around and put a beautiful ball into the box. So it just shows you he is a quality player and he can do it. Maybe he's a little more defensive minded than what we want. We want to be going forward, but a game like this, it may be a good game to have him there on the wing.
I want McLean to step up tonight.
Yeah.
He came back last game, played in the midfield 2 games, and now he's back in his more natural position at this stage of his career.
Right.
And I think that, I want to see good football. Midfield, Dobson, Rathbone, Matty James. What are we thinking, Aaron? You like that midfield?
Well, I think this has been one of the big talking points of the season is, especially the last couple months is this too defensive of a midfield? And I think there are games where it probably is too defensive, but against an attacking side like this, a real dangerous side, you probably want a little bit more defense in your midfield.
Yep.
I
understand that.
And I think, here's the thing. This midfield was fantastic against Birmingham.
True.
So
an attacking side.
Yeah. I think it's for today. I'm happy with it.
Yep.
Hopefully Dobson's feeling good and he's full fitness. I did wonder not playing, you're not in the squad at all against Reading. I didn't know if they were saving him or if they were, if it was, he just wasn't quite ready yet. And if he wasn't quite ready then, how ready is he now? It's kind of one of those. But hopefully, got to trust the decision.
Smith and Rodriguez up front. Is J Rod gonna get his first goal for Wrexham?
I'm hoping for a J Rod hat trick. That'd be great.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome. No, I don't know. We'll see. I still, especially against Reading, I thought he played too deep. It's kind of, we've been kind of playing that 3-5-1-1, where he's played in behind, and I just do not like that at all.
Look at John Merrill trying to talk his team down against Birmingham reserves. That is the full amount of time that Tommy gets.
Guy in the mud. The red card him. Red card him. Yeah. Send him off. Get him out of here. In the mud, John Merrill. In the mud. In the reserves, he says.
Yeah. Well, and our bench. Okay, so here's the interesting thing about our bench. Now, I know that our fearless leader, Josh, says he thinks Stash. So
Josh? Never heard of her. Never heard of him?
No. You might recognize him. He's kind of a big deal. But he does think that Tom O'Connor is a midfielder. I don't agree with that, and that's okay. But if I look at it purely as he normally plays defence, then we have 2 defenders, Scar and O'Connor. We have a winger in Mendy. Then we have 1 midfielder in Lee. I guess at a pinch, O'Connor can play in the midfield.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 replacement forwards in Fletcher and Marriott.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anyone else you'd like to see on that bench?
Right now, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind having Rev on the bench. I think here maybe you could have had, instead of O'Connor, since you've already, if you're gonna have Scar, if we're set on having Scar on the bench, instead of O'Connor, maybe Evans.
Yeah. And for me, the bench has to give you the opportunity to go and win a game. If you're trying to protect a game, then you really have to, actually, the players that are on the pitch have obviously got the job done because you're up. So there's less need to replace them unless there's an injury.
Mhm.
Now, Steve Barton makes a great comment there. Is Barney hurt? Because, Barnes,
He did kind of. There was something came up right at the end of the Peterborough game, so I
there
don't.
wasn't there?
I don't know if. I mean, you would assume if he's not on the bench, yeah. If he's not on the bench,
Yeah.
probably something there.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
The
So,
one good thing about Mindy on the bench, Mindy can play both sides of wing back. So if we
that's
do need
good.
to replace a wing back, he can go in on either side.
Mm,
So, which
yep.
Rev could too, to be fair. So
Yes, he could, but not a great midfielder in my opinion. Like, he can be bullied off the ball a bit too easily.
Mm.
Like, he's light. He's very slight, and so I think that you need people that can sort of dominate a little bit. If I was going to have a better defensive midfielder, I would have Evans on the bench.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. For as a defensive midfielder, yeah, definitely, I'd be
Yeah.
worried. I'd be looking at.
But to my point of they're really there to chase the game. That's where Fletcher, Marriott, Lee, totally fine.
Yeah.
I would prefer one more slightly offensive type player. Not necessarily a striker, but an offensive midfielder, an offensive winger, someone in that mold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rev probably to come in for McLean or something towards the end of a game. If you're chasing it, probably wouldn't have been a bad option. But
absolutely,
I mean, but he hasn't played a lot this season. But Mindy can attack. He can attack.
Mendy's got speed.
Yeah,
and Mendy can attack. He likes to take defenders on when he goes up forward.
Yeah, he does. So I don't know if he's as good as Rev, but he can do the job. So
yeah, just remember, guys, tonight we're getting ready. Obviously, this is the warm up. We're getting everybody warmed up, ready for Josh for the watch along, and Paddy will be back for extra time. He's on kid duty. They've literally taken over his life, and there's nothing he can do about that. So when he told us that, he was red carded straight away. That was it. And he's missing the watch along. So that's his match that he misses, and he's back for extra time.
Yeah, there you go. Uh-oh.
No, sorry, you've been red carded.
Uh-oh.
We're seeing somebody in the background. Oh, no.
There he is. There he is. Oh, he brought a kitty. He brought his kitty.
There we go. Well, here we go. Predictions tonight. That's a very good point, Michael. We're nearly at that point of the show because we've only got another 6 minutes left. Predictions tonight, boys, for our game.
Go, Patty. What do you think?
Well, I called 1-0, but that was before I saw that we're in the red shirt away again.
Oh, no.
I'm not very happy about that.
I didn't even think about it.
So you haven't given us your score prediction.
I'm going to stick with 1-0. I'm not going to change it now.
Done.
I also am going with a 1-0 to Wrexham.
I am tipping 2-1 Wrexham. And so that is it. Well, Paddy, seeing so you're here, and we'll give you a little bit of leeway. What do you think of the lineup?
The lineup's fine. As expected. I agree Mendy being on to cover both wings, just in case. Yeah, that's pretty standard, and it's good. Our midfield is back together, so I like that. It's stronger.
Yeah.
Only thing, our midfield's got to learn to provide service to our strikers.
Or get it up the wings and just cross it in for a header like we usually do.
Yeah.
And because Sam Smith's so good at headers.
Well, Max can get up there.
Yeah, there you go. We need to get Max up there. Max got to play on both ends of the pitch.
But we got to clone Max, is what I've just heard. That's right. We've got to clone Max. We've got to get him at both ends of the pitch. I mean, look, set pieces. You got guys like Max. You got Brunt. you've got these guys that can head the ball very well. But in open play, how do we get the ball besides up the wings, which is too predictable? Everybody knows we do it. We've got to get it through the middle sometimes, somewhere.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That'll be on Rathbone today. Rathbone will have to be that guy today. He'll have to be the creative source in the midfield. And he's done it. So, hopefully he can do it. Hopefully he can get the job done.
Well, capital clarity. I agree with you 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
If I had a green card for good, I'd give it to you.
Yeah. The break from McLean, I'm hoping, will have done him a bit of good. It's been a while since he's been on that left wing. So I'd be interested to see his level today.
Now, for everybody there that's in the chat, if you're not a member, we started today our first members show, and Paddy did a little show that went for
little.
It's just short little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was longer than the extended cut of Dances with Wolves. And so, if you want to be a member and get exclusive behind the scenes content, it's definitely going to be worth it. There's going to be some great value there. You're going to see some good stuff. Paddy, your guest today was Welsh Techie. I will admit it was in the middle of my workday. I saw bits and pieces. I have not seen 3 hours and 10 minutes.
That's okay. It's still available for everybody to go back and watch. You have a week.
That's a member.
Yeah. And the topic of conversation won't really go out of date for quite a while anyway either. You know, a bit different, a very, very long form conversation. Because we had the time to do it.
And not all members shows will be like that. There'll be a variety.
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot of different stuff for different people. But it's great to know that we're getting to that level now here on the Pundit Network.
Yeah.
Finally bringing it on. I'm looking forward to the Aaron show.
I'm ready. We just got to do one.
I can see it. Will you be in a suit for the Aaron show like you were for the deadline?
No, that's deadline. That's deadline day only. Twice a year.
Okay.
Twice a year, deadline day only.
Yeah. Well,
and maybe if we get promoted, maybe I'll bust it out again. I'll special.
Absolutely.
But that would be a red tie, not a yellow tie.
Yep, I agree. I've got management. I've got upper management sending me messages, which he's trying to distract me.
He's ready.
He's getting ready.
Is he?
He's in makeup. He's in makeup, getting ready. And so I'm just flicking over now to iFollow because it is it would have been up for a while, but I'm so engrossed here for you guys that I haven't even looked at the iFollow yet. Have you guys been watching any of the build-up?
I have not.
It is a sellout. I know it's a sellout. So that's great.
Is it a sellout? I think that'd be their first sellout of the season.
I did see.
There was a message about 9,000 people.
On their website, it did say it was a sellout.
Yeah.
So, which is great news, and should make for a great atmosphere. It's not a massive ground. It's more of a boutique, country stadium. So it will be fun to watch. And I mean, look, guys, I guess here we go. Last words. It's time for us to wrap up. What do we think? How's it going to go? We're going to score in the first half. Give me your wrap up. What you think of the game tonight?
I think. Go ahead, Patty.
I just want to see us back to a little bit of our old style playing when we were a little bit more confident, a little bit more comfortable. Don't worry about the tippy tappy stuff if it's not working. Get fast movement, get counters on them, and pressure them because people don't like it when we pressure them. They really don't. We need to get back to more of that.
We do need to be more aggressive, Aaron.
I think we're going to get a Jay Rodriguez goal in the 3rd minute, and then we're going to hang on. Hang on for dear life.
Third goal.
We're going to hang on for dear life.
from the third
And
minute.
we're all going to be nervous and we're going to hate it and it's going to be awful and we're somehow going to win.
Well, big show tonight, Pundit Network. I mean, we had it all tonight, really. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe. We've got Watch Along up next with Josh, Extra Time after the match with Paddy. So don't forget, that's your chance to come in, have your say, give us your thoughts on the game. We want heaps of people to call in. On that bombshell, go grab your popcorn, grab a drink, get ready for Josh. Up the town.
Let's go.
Up the town. Come on, boys.